When you think of colonial empires, names like Britain, France, or Spain probably come to mind first. But did you know Germany was also a major colonial power, even if for a shorter time? Let's dive into how the German Empire, established in 1871, quickly tried to catch up in the global race for colonies. Before 1871, various German states had a few scattered attempts at colonization, but they never really stuck. Everything changed with Otto von Bismarck. Initially, he wasn't a fan of colonies, thinking they were too expensive and a distraction. But public pressure and the desire for national prestige were growing. German businesses also wanted new markets and raw materials, so Bismarck changed his tune. The real scramble began in the 1880s. Germany's approach was often aggressive and opportunistic. Take the Berlin Conference of 1884. Bismarck hosted it, not just to regulate European colonization in Africa, but to stake Germany's own claims. This event basically carved up Africa among European powers without any African input. So, how did Germany actually take control? It was a mix of methods. Sometimes they used traders and explorers like Karl Peters. He traveled through East Africa, making local chiefs sign treaties they often didn't fully understand. These treaties, trading away vast lands for very little, became the legal basis for German colonial claims. These areas would become German East Africa, which is now Tanzania, Burundi, and Rwanda. In other places like modern-day Namibia, Togo, and Cameroon, Germany used direct military force or the threat of it. They established protectorates, which sounded nicer than colonies but meant the same thing, German control. German corporations were given huge power to exploit resources and labor. This led to brutal conditions and massive resistance. The Herero and the Marquard genocide in German Southwest Africa, now Namibia, is a horrific example of the violence used to maintain control. Unlike Britain's vast empire, Germany's colonial period was relatively brief. After their defeat in World War I, the Treaty of Versailles stripped Germany of all its colonies, which were then handed over to the victorious powers. While short-lived, the impact of German colonialism was deep and lasting, leaving scars that are still felt today in its former territories. It's a complex and often dark chapter of history that shows just how intense the global competition for empire really was. Thanks for watching, and if you found this interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more history breakdowns.